All right, addicts, welcome back to the Keep It Metal Show. And I got the guys from Threatpoint on the phone. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Hey, so good. How you doing?
Doing great, man. Doing great. You guys want to take a second and introduce yourselves and tell us what you do in the band?
Hey, it's Chris James, singer. I'm CJ, I play drums. Alex Olivetti, guitar and backing vocals. Will, bass and backing vocals.
Cool, cool. Now, give us a little history on Threatpoint there. When did you guys first meet? When did it all come together?
We actually formed originally from Chris's band Dropville and me and Alex's old band Temptation Denied. We used to play some shows together and stuff like that. You know, so we knew each other previously, and obviously, you know, our old band's folded. And a mutual friend, you might have heard the band Cause of Affliction, actually hooked up and got us on the right track. That was about 15 months ago, and here we are 15 months later with the CD, and we're talking to you. Everybody wants to know about it.
Cool, cool. So now, how'd you guys decide on the name Threatpoint?
A lot of banging of the horns, if you will. You know, we actually originally went by another name, but right before we released our album, we just thought we could have a better name, you know. So I mean, through different ideas and stuff, it blended into Threatpoint, and we thought it was very fitting for what we're going for, you know.
Cool, cool. So tell us about the songwriting. Is it a one-person effort? Is it a group effort? How do you guys go about doing that?
It's pretty much a group effort, you know, like, I'm the main guitar player, but Chris, the singer, also plays guitar, so me and him will hash out, like, you know, different riffs or ideas when we'll bring them to the jam room, and, you know, CJ and Bill will lay down their ideas, and that's actually what it's been from the start, and we actually just started writing again. Actually, today we wrote a song. You know, Chris had an idea, and I gave it my, 2 cents, and then CJ added the drums, and everything just kind of came together. That's how it's been from the start.
Cool, cool. Now, how would you guys describe your sound to people?
Brutal. groove. Lots of groove. Metal. Definitely fast. Like this CD was our proving ground. We were learning each other's styles and blending and taking from everybody and anything that's out there. And, you know, with this next CD, we already pounded out 3 songs for the next CD. And our focus and our vision is stronger than it's ever been now. I think it's fast, brutal, heavy, but always focused on grooves. We want people to bang their heads nonstop. You know, we just got told the other night, like, when somebody saw us play, they said it was like a nonstop beating and never getting a punch in.
Cool, cool. So now, tell us about the shows, guys. What would you guys say is the best and the worst things about playing the live gigs?
God, man, the best thing is when you get people moving, you know? I mean, you can't replace that with anything. You know, some of the worst things are the unpredictability. You don't know how the turnout's going to be. You don't know, you might be using somebody's equipment. It might go down. The equipment might not be to your liking. You know, so many things, man. You don't know till you do it, you know what I mean?
Right, right.
We videotape all of our stuff because we like to see it, like, play back, you know? I mean, God, our first show was like 1,000 miles an hour, you know, and I just kind of learned that just, tempo control a little bit more, because it's like, God, we're mowing through it, you know?
So, how about the strangest things you guys ever seen at a gig?
Strangest things? God, I'm not sure, man.
Old people. We played it in my old band. The strangest thing, because we're relatively new, we just got out and started. But in my old band, we had these older people in the crowd. The lady was like 72 years old. She came up when we were done, and she said, "I'd never been to a heavy metal show," but she put her arms around and gave me a hug and put a nice check in our hands for a donation to the band. And she said, "You know what? You guys are doing this for the right reason, the right cause," you know, and she just was really impressed for our stage show. So I guess that's one of the weirdest things, but you get freaks of all nature in no matter where you go.
Right. So here's
Sing them all out, brother.
so here's a question for all of you. When did you guys first get into music, and when did you know that this is what you wanted to do?
I was young, and my mother always, she always played music. It was one of my biggest bands is The Doors. I grew up listening to The Doors. She always spit in records. Not much TV, but she'd be cleaning the house, doing her chores, and as a child, I grew up listening to it, and she was into Kiss and Alice Cooper, and it just started from there. Maiden, Megadeth, Testament. You know, now I'm into like a lot of heavy Devil Driver, Lamb of God, like real heavy groove metal. So that's it. It started for me. Probably, I started listening to Iron Maiden when I was like 8 or 9 years old, but it started when I was a young kid.
Cool.
Yeah, it was a little bit longer ago for me because I've got these guys beat by about 10 years, I think. So I just the parents started with the guitar lessons, and both of those lessons were really nice. Ended up hooking up with some guys that were playing around the city in and around Detroit, where I'm from, and pretty much never stopped playing. It's always changed. Did 26 years in the Navy, so I got to play with a lot of different people, a lot of different venues. And it's always, the music's always been there. It might have been country, might have been metal, might have been radio rock, whatever we were playing at the time. We always made sure at the end of the night that we pretty much gave it our all, no matter who we were with.
Cool.
And now that I'm with these degenerates, I really don't know which way it's gonna go. Some nights are absolutely fantastic. Some nights I walk away scratching my head, wondering what the hell just happened.
Cool.
I guess for me, my dad plays guitar too, so he always had a guitar around the house. So when I was about 9 or 10, I just picked it up and he started giving me lessons. And then after about 6 months, you know, I was only like 9 or 10, so all I wanted to do was play video games. So I kind of gave it up, which I'm kicking myself in the ass for. But I picked it up again. I was about 12 or 13. I was in middle school, and I started getting into like Metallica, like Korn, Limp Bizkit, like the stuff that was big around that time. And I just started getting into like Pantera, you know, Seven Dust, Testament. You know, those are still my favorite bands to this day. And then that just influenced me more to play like more metal guitar.
Yeah, for me, man, I started playing drums late. You know, I've always been like infatuated with music, but I didn't start playing drums until I was like a senior in high school. You know, and I actually before that I tried guitar, and we're not even going to talk about that. But I mean, you know, just growing up and stuff, my dad always listened to a lot of like '80s music, like new wave, Depeche Mode, stuff like that. I discovered metal on my own. My mom never listened to it. You know, but I was always attracted to it, just always drawn to it. You know, and then once I started playing drums, I just knew this is what I want to do. It's one of the only things that gives me, like, true happiness.
Cool. So, now, who would you guys say are your personal musical influences?
Influence, wow.
Yeah.
Listened to a lot of Rush growing up, so Geddy Lee's always going to be back there. Some of the greatest shows I've seen, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Steve Harris, of course. I try to emulate him as much as I can, both in the writing and the playing.
I guess guitar-wise, my two favorite bands are like Pantera and Seven Dust, so I try to include like just heavy down-tune, like Chris was saying before, like just groovy, heavy riffs. And I guess as a lead player, my favorite player is Paul Gilbert. I love his style. I saw him for the first time at G3 in 2007 in Jersey. And ever since then, I got all his DVDs and CDs. I just studied the hell out of him. Also, Alex Skolnick from Testament is another favorite.
Hell yeah.
And Dimebag from Pantera. Those are definitely my three biggest like influences, like lead-wise.
Yeah, for me, man, you know, if you want to talk about drummers, like I love like Lars Ulrich of Metallica, Sean Bonham, Scott Travis, the Judas Priest, Dave Lombardo, Slayer, Vinnie Paul. Those guys are playing my top 5. Band-wise, man, I've always loved like thrash metal. You know, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Slayer, Exodus. I like Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. I mean, I love Cannibal Corpse. If you want to get into death metal. And, you know, once in a while it's refreshing to hear radio rock, just something that it's back and grooves a little bit more easier, you know. But I'm all over the board, you know. I don't really vote anything out, you know. I try to listen to as much as I can.
As for me, guitar-wise, I started as guitar. I got thrown into the singing shit years ago. Like, someone, we couldn't find it. You know the old story, can't find a singer, so make one of the guys sing. You know, but guitar-wise, I started out with, it was Iron Maiden, you know, seeing Murray and Smith tearing it up, you know, and I wanted to be like that. Then Dave Mustaine, and then I saw Eric Peterson and Alex Spola Testament, and then I got into Sepultura, man, which was real heavy influence with Testament, Sepultura, which is now Cavalier Conspiracy. I love them, and Devil Driver. I'd say now I've come full circle as a vocalist, so I think Dez, you know, Dez and Chuck Billy, and, you know, guys like that, you know, the real heavy, brassy, gnarly vocals, which Metallica, Megadeth didn't have, and Chuck Billy stood out from those guys, so, and you're just around that gravel voice, and that's what somebody told me, oh, you should sing like that, and lo and behold, here I am still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, we're still learning, man.
Cool, guys. So, when you guys aren't writing, rehearsing, playing out, what do you guys do for a day off, man? What do you guys enjoy doing?
Day off. How's that?
Oh, you know, I mean, we all work and stuff, you know, we all have jobs and stuff, you know, but, I mean, I don't know, I like to just take it easy. I got a lot of buddies, man, you know, I like to just hang out and be a normal human being, you know.
I like to play with my wife.
Everybody else is speechless. See, we're also comedians.
Tell us about your most rock star moment.
That was probably when we opened up for Soil as Kitty on their world tour. Some girl tore her top off and said "Sign me." That was probably when, and my buddy slapped me in the back. He said, "You wanted it, here it is."
Scott, I really don't have one certain, but many times I've gotten, you know, I got done playing and somebody said, "Wow, you have killer double bass drum chops," or something like that. I mean, that never gets old to me. It's always a boost of confidence, you know. I mean, you try to stay as down to earth and humble as you can be, but, you know, people perceive you how they perceive you, you know, and that really means a lot and inspires me to play more.
Cool.
Yeah, no, I can't think of any rock star moments. Yeah, we're humble. We're just down to earth guys. No, we're just you know, working guys, just, you know, wanting to live the dream. Yeah. A better term, wanting to live the dream. You know, someday when you can't do it, then it's over.
Right. So, how about any Spinal Tap moments or your least rock star moments?
Wow.
That happens all the time.
God. Actually, it's funny, man. You see that just the other night. We were playing at the Rattler in Pittston. It was a great show, but I met we do, you know, live, we do special intros and stuff, and I counted in really quick because I thought we were going to another song, and we weren't. And I felt like an idiot. Watching it back, it didn't look too bad, but I felt like a horse's ass when it was going on. Alex looks over and says, "Just stop now."
Hard time keeping lead guitar players in Hawaii. We had one kid who was rolling around one day. It's his birthday. We're playing this big block party. You got a bunch of groups there, and he gets all excited. I mean, for his birthday, we ended up we all pitched in, got him a wireless rig for his guitar. So I decided the first thing he's going to do wireless, now that he can leave the stage, is jump on a skateboard and start skateboarding around. Everybody thought that was a great idea except for me, and unfortunately my crystal ball rang true. He ended up skating across the road, not paying attention to where he was going, hit the curb, double flipped into the median, into the grassy area. Cars going two different directions. So
you know, even too, as a drummer, man, I've dropped many sticks live, you know, and just trying to show off and stuff, you know, and like, you play it off because you're professional, you know, you just play it off, but you know somebody, if they didn't see it, they heard it. Because it was right there for a second, you know, that always comes on me.
Forget lyrics.
Yeah.
Forget lyrics live. Your own lyrics. That's funny. So you got to wing it. You don't want to stop like an idiot, so you wing it and roll through it. You know, roll with the punches, man. You know.
Our lead singer goes to 11. Does that count?
Well, at least at least your drummer's not blowing up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I'm still waiting for that, man. Implode. I'm dying.
So, what advice would you guys have for bands just starting out?
Quit. Go to school. Stick to your dreams, man. But don't do it for money. If you're in it for money, then don't do it. You know, because it's not there. You know, it's the pipe dream. You're very lucky if you make it, but just stick to your dreams. If you love doing it, do it, man. Makes you feel happy. Go with it, man.
I made the mistake of selling off all my gear once. I said I was done with it. I wasn't going to play anymore. Been holding on to it for way too many years. Nothing was really happening. So sold off everything to a buddy of mine. It's almost 365 days later, exact. The guy calls up and says, "Hey, I heard you play bass. Why don't you come on and join our group?" I'm like, crap. So that's it. That's it. Don't ever sell your gear. Keep it in a back corner somewhere. You never know when it's going to happen.
So now, are you guys on a label now? Are you looking for one?
Hey, if somebody wants to have us, we'll listen.
Yeah.
You know?
Unsigned.
Absolutely. That's part of the reason why, we thank you, because you help bands like us get exposure and stuff like that. You know, it's like we couldn't repay you any possible way.
No, man, that's what it's all about, getting the bands out
We
there.
appreciate it.
I'm sure he'd come up with a way.
Don't come ideas.
Oh, shit. So what's the ultimate goal for Threatpoint?
Playing as far. You know what? Europe.
Absolutely.
Europe.
Absolutely. Europe.
The hell with the rest of it. Going to Europe.
That would be awesome.
Well, Bill's already been around the world. Japan, Scotland, Hawaii.
Yeah, he's a Navy.
Why would he play here if he's in Hawaii playing for chicks, right?
Yeah, Europe's definitely a good place to play. I've got some friends that have played out there. The Scottish fans, England, metal fans down there are absolutely outstanding. I get to see a couple shows while I was down there. It would be excellent to play in one of those venues.
Cool, guys. So now, where can the listeners find Threatpoint?
Oh,
Everywhere, man. We have a website. That's first and foremost, threatpointofficial.com. We have Facebook, Reverb Nation, SoundCloud. We're on CD, baby.
Amazon,
iTunes, Spotify.
Rhapsody.
Yeah, Rhapsody. Our album just broke last week. And actually, locally, if you're from Scranton or in around the area, Gallery of Sound, they have them as well. We made sure they had them.
Come see us live.
Yes.
And support us. It's a big thing.
Cool, guys.
And Lizzie Steele. Also, we'd like to plug our manager, Lizzie Steele. She really does a lot of work for us behind the scenes, looking for shows. You can hit her up, if you want to book us or just, get information on stickers, merch, whatever, She's on Facebook, Lizzie Steele, or LizzieSteele@mail.com. That's our manager.
Yeah, all of our dates and stuff are posted on the website or the Facebook. All of our shows. I think we have a big schedule out on the Facebook.
Yeah, we're hungry. We play anywhere. We'll play in cornfields if people want.
And we're there.
Waynesville, man, if you build it, they will come. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm on your Reverb Nation page right now, and you guys got a lot of dates up, man. You want to tell the gang, tell the audience about some of the places you're going to play soon?
Yeah, Tuesday we're at the Northeast Fair in Pittston, which is going to be great. I don't know what time we're going on.
We go on at 8:45. And I want to personally invite you, Billy. I'd love to see you out there. I'd love to shake your hand and see you face to face. That's Tuesday, June 22nd. We're at the New Penny. We're playing with, I believe, Cause of Affliction, Digital Collapse, and I believe a touring band from Chicago. I wish I knew their name right now, but it escapes me. Then the next week we're at Duke, some Techville, with Cause of Affliction local legendary metal band. Then the night after, we're at the New Penny, June 29th, with, I believe, Praise the Sinner.
We're going to spread out. We're going to get out to Pittsburgh, Atlantic City. We're going to Clifton, New Jersey, Dingbatch. We're going to Waterloo, New York. I mean, we're trying to get out there, man. We don't want to just stay in the local area. We want to get out and play out and get out there as far as we can, you know. You want us in, you know, Ohio or wherever, you know, but as far as money can take us right now in our budget, you know.
Right, right.
And we're trying to also, we have it scheduled July 26th. That'll be our CD release show for Dead to Rise. We're playing with Kurt Sorrow. I might have another band, I'm not sure yet, but, you know, Full Time Charlie's and Plains, you know, and again, a personal invite. By all means, come out. We'd love to see you.
Sweet, sweet. Thanks, guys. So now, some of you guys been around before social media. And, you know, I remember the days of going around hanging up flyers on telephone poles, and social media is definitely changed all that. How's it helped you guys?
It's definitely a great help. Being able to reach people pretty much anywhere on the planet. You know, we've got connections. Since I've been around most of these places, I've got connections. Southeast Asia, Europe, Hawaii, pretty much all over the United States, and I've kept in touch with a lot of those guys. Being in the service, being in the Navy with them, they've spread out to other areas, so we never know where they're at now. I put our schedule up on there. Next thing you know, it's being shared around. We got people contacting us from Brazil. I got a good friend of mine in Tokyo and Sassuolo giving us good things every once in a while. He hasn't done much for us yet, but he's gonna. Oh yeah, down in Harrisburg with the social media, we were able to deliver some of our stuff digitally, and we got played on Paul Robb's show down there under the radar.
Oh, sweet.
X down in Harrisburg, York, Lancaster. Great show.
We've been played in the United Kingdom a few times already, from what we understand. Yeah, we didn't even know about it. Somebody just contacted the drummer from Hungary or Bulgaria.
Yeah, Hungary. They want to do an album review. You know, I mean, we put the stuff out there, and it's hard to keep track. It travels. They come to us.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I usually one thing I talk about the bands is you know, getting back to labels is, in this day and age with all the social media, you almost don't need a label or that major record deal. Not that a band wouldn't want one, but you almost don't need it with so much social media going on.
Yeah, you hear a lot of bands, you know, just the internet can take you so far, you know, and it's just word of mouth. You win over a couple hundred, couple thousand fans, they're going to tell their friends, and it's just, it'll grow, you know.
You don't want to get wrapped up, though, because they could be your friend, the industry, and it could be your foe. You could get signed on a label, and you owe them your ass, or they could work for you. You know, it could go either way. It's a touchy subject.
You still need that human interrelation, that shaking of hands, making the logistics of the work. Getting from here out to California, or getting from here up somewhere in Mexico, Brazil, something like that. Someone still needs to know. You still need to have a good, hand to shake, a face to recognize, to make sure things are going to go sour on you.
Cool, guys, cool. So, a couple more questions for you. Which one of you guys spend the most time in the mirror before a show?
That'd be the drummer. Maybe. No way. The drummer and the singer. Don't let the singer fool you, man. He's up front. I'm in the back. There's a big difference.
He puts more hair product in his hair than the singer, though.
I do it, you know, when it could be the bass player wondering why the hell he's with us. And we try to look, you know, we want to look like a metal band, you know.
Ellie just got off with work. You know, that's a big deal for his image. You know, when Bill came in the band, his wife saw the ad. That's how he got in. Our old bass player left. He went to school, college, and medical college, and Bill come in, and you know, image was a big deal. We want to look the part. You know, you want to wear black. You don't want to look like, you know, like you just got out of work and, you know, you're working as a garbage man on stage. It's fine that you're a garbage man or whatever you do, a cook. You know, like we want to look like Judas Priest, Megadeth. They look like pros. We try not to that same approach, man. Go out there and look like pros, act like pros, and be friends to everyone we meet. That's some of our biggest goals.
Cool, guys, cool. Now, who's the biggest prankster in the band, man? Who pulls the most fucking pranks?
I'm not sure. Everybody's pointing at me for some reason. I haven't pulled off one yet.
We all bust balls here, man.
I've got a couple of cities in Michigan that I'm not allowed to go back for quite a while.
Well, you would, dude. I've never been anywhere that I know.
Family, Phil. Really, when it comes down to we bitch, we fight. Very, very little. We'll argue. I bitch. I bitch.
Yeah.
If it ain't me bitching, it's the drummer. We're the two biggest bitches. I just want to wear skirts in this band.
I want to tell you, that's how, I'm sure you've heard our song. That's how he has his vocal chops. That's a band practice. He just bitches and screams at me. We get good practice. They're going to crash right all the time. It's not bad enough. Let us be for double A. Don't let him fool you, man. He gets his chops up.
Oh, guys, it's been great. It's been fun. I want to thank you for hanging out with me tonight.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. Thanks for having us, Bill.
Thank you, guys. Now, the song I want to play is The Beast Within. I got to tell you, this fucking song rocked me, man. I love this tune. What can you tell us about it?
That was actually, coincidentally, the first song that we wrote.
Yep.
That came together probably our first band practice, bits and pieces of it, and
Yeah, that was actually something me and CJ were jamming on a riff or two of it before we actually met Chris, and then we're all bringing ideas together when we first met, and we brought it up to him, and Chris was like, that's cool, and then we just kind of worked on it from there. Yeah, that was the first song we wrote as a band. Yep.
Cool. Again, guys, I want to thank you for calling in and hanging out with me, and you guys have an open invitation. Anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
Absolutely. Same thing with you. We're playing Tuesday at the fair. Get in our dates, man. Personal invite. Come to any one of them. We'd love to see you.
Sweet. Hang on one second, guys. All right, addicts, check this out. This is Threatpoint with The Beast Within. We'll be right back.